Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another rant video, and this situation's come back for controversy. Although literally this took place like more than like almost 2 decades. This is like during a halftime show at the Super Bowl with you have Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. Um, I have mixed feelings about this because for some people, like especially this generation, probably weren't around. We're still really young. This is mainly for people who were at least in the 90s who probably knew what was happening at the time, and we're still really young. And let me just so I'm just gonna explain what was happening back in 2004 with this scenario. So they were Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. They were doing a song on stage. They were doing uh, a song together on stage. Obviously, you see her in a provocative outfit. Justin Timberlake is approaching her, and later, near at the end of the song, when they're done singing, he accidentally tore her shirt off, which almost show a part of her private part. Show basically almost showed her nipple, but the only thing you did see her breast, but you see the piercing. And what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to keep this as mature as possible. I don't want to be too inappropriate. So people are thinking this somehow ruin Janet Jackson's career, or how she would feel towards him if she'd resent him for this, and then she'd be embarrassed. Actually, she remained to be good friends with him. She in by as long as he decides to keep quiet about the situation, and as long as they don't say anything, they still be able to keep their friendship alive. But like people are still, the thing is, what's annoying is that like you have fans of hers, whether it's fans or people who like her music, going in on Justin Timberlake, even though this incident took place back in 2004. I understand it must be traumatizing. That's probably why she told Justin Timberlake not to say anything, because it could probably affect her mentally. It could really make her feel nervous. It could really make her feel stressed out, worried. How she's gonna feel humiliated, and people bring it up because it's already old news again. So let me get straight to the point. You have people targeting Justin Timberlake. Apparently there was several times that people try to cancel him, whether it was her fans or people who didn't like him, and she actually stepped in and went off on the people for blaming him, even though she said she wanted the situation to be over, and people just keep bringing it up. And I agree with her in this situation, because it is clear that it maybe people thought it was possibly staged, because and the people were unsure, because even though she kind of was shocked, she was really surprised while she was on stage as to what happened. She clearly couldn't process what was going on, but people in the background thought it was staged. But now then you realize it was clearly it was not supposed to happen. It was an error, and I'm sure Justin Timberlake has seen errors, because let's be real, this is before Justin Bieber was a thing. Before he existed, before there was memes of him. So I'm sure Justin Bieber saw this, like, even though it's a little random that I bring it up, but like, because people are trying to, he's getting the same type of treatment how Justin Bieber got, because of his attitude, or then maybe the possible type of disrespect that he showed towards others, his fans. They basically give him the Justin Bieber treatment, even though he didn't exist at the time and he wasn't that popular. And again, like I think the reason why I think people in their mindset, they think that Justin Timberlake owes Janet Jackson for this, even though they've moved on, they've gone their ways. They're trying to pass this. They're trying to pass well, I don't know whether to say tragic, but this awkward event, this whole scenario, that even though I'm sure they wish it never really happened, that it didn't really, maybe it did affect her. I'm sure it did, because certainly people are gonna talk about like the controversy, and it's going. I'm sure the reason why she's even upset is people bringing it up, considering how long it happened. and it was back in 2004. This is at the Super Bowl too. Imagine you have millions of people, more than millions, watching you, and they see you almost go half naked. You get exposed, not for what you say, but part of your body that you don't want to reveal, obviously, because it's embarrassing. And again, I'm trying to keep this video appropriate. I'm sure Janet Jackson, I already said this, like you should already know, she's forgiven him. I'm sure she realized he made a mistake. It was nothing like, if the only I'm sure the only way she wouldn't really forgive him had just Timberlake had something against her clearly. But and you realize in the stage, if you watch the Super Bowl, that she was the one that was in charge. It's like she was the one that was operating the whole act, the whole performance, like as if she knew what she has more experience. Let's be real, she does, and she's still present doing music. And again, I just don't understand people bringing up this situation. Like, and it could be that there are new people who are unfamiliar, who probably weren't around the time. It could be people who were born in 2005 or above that. And again, they are clueless as to what's going on. Maybe you should ask her, but it doesn't mean she's going to give you an answer, because she, like I said, she's going to keep quiet about the situation. And all she's thinking about, I guarantee, is just to move on. She wants to continue with it because she wants to make money. That's all. That's all it is with the celebrities. That's all they're thinking about. They don't have time to bring up the past and drag them down, because it will drag them down even further if they keep talking about it. And again, I'm sure Justin Timberlake, I'm sure, because even considering his career right now, like he's been doing music back then, like even now, considering with his career, it hasn't been as consistent though. Let's be real, like. Could just be that the type of music that he's doing, it's not as like exciting. I don't know, maybe it's time for him to, he's at this point he's probably already retired. Could be right, could be wrong. Then again, it's because like his career has been dying, and it's because he hasn't really came up with any ideas on how to develop his music, his songs, his lyrics. Because I think people are looking for the utmost best, his utmost best song, and that's gonna take a while because like his age, he's been doing movies, he's been on talk shows, so there's no time to even bring up the past, because what happens, like, you can remember what you did in the past, and then you could try to make it better for you in the future, and then excel in your career, excel in your skills again. Like, although it might not, what I'm saying might not have something to do with this, but that what I'm saying is that's how his mindset is going for him. He's trying to move past it, because even she said, let's not bring it up, let's not talk about it, because it's gonna be hell for them in the future. And she's hoping for the best for both of them. And again, it's their career. They already have money. I'm sure she wants people to move on, because it's the fact that people just keep bringing it, and she has to live till this day to hear about it. And again, I'm sure that's the thing that people are trying to make. They want to get a story, of course, either whether it's to profit, whether they want to brag about it with friends to show about their to show off their intelligence, when really it's out there on the internet. That's the thing. When it's out there, it's like everybody will talk about you. There's a chance that not everybody will talk about you, but there's a chance that everyone has a chance to see it, and then someone from that group within that community will bring it up, and then you have to keep. It'll just keep making you feel more depressed. And I'm sure she just wants to avoid depression, because it's not something that people want to go through. And again, like, it will change the way she acts. People respond to her differently. They have different opinions about her. And the thing with different opinions, that people can't really seem to they can't really seem to take it honestly. They can't really seem to push. They can't really seem to accept reality, because they wish it all never happened in the first place. Because that's what happens when you live through something like that. When you go through something that is simulating what she went through, again, it's going to change a lot for you in the future. And it probably, you might think it'll dictate you in the future, because you might possibly get fired, you're going to be judged, people are going to comment on you, saying how you looked out there. And again, she wants a positive look, that's all that matters, because if you have a negative look, it's going to drag you down. to the point that you might not want to do music and you feel like you want to have to change your name. You might possibly want to change your appearance, but again, and that's all that matter. What matters to her the most, to both of them, is that I want to move past this. And again, she's already forgiven him, and I'm sure it's just she's upset because she can't live a day without someone talking about it. She wants all that she really wants is people to stop talking about this situation, and then maybe she'll be able to. Maybe she'll feel less frustrated again. It's not like it's when is it gonna end? There's no end again because she has to live with it. That's how it is because that's considering when you're especially when you're a popular art music artist. That's something you have to pay for. And again, I'm not saying it's her fault. It's not. Justin Timberlake made a mistake, and again, it's just that it's gonna haunt her. And again, hopefully, she doesn't have any ideas what might come to her. And again, she can live a normal life. But again, I'm not to judge whether that'll happen. But again, what she wants is people to move on, and she wants people to do her career without having to bring up the negative stuff in her past life, because she feels that, like, consider how old the news, and it is old news, that something so old is, why is all of a sudden people are bringing it up right now? Like, does it even matter at this point? It's like at this point it's like people need to cut it out again. That's what she wants, and she could at least better her life, and then she can focus on other things and talk about maybe the positive things she's doing. That is something new. And again, Justin Timberlake, he's already moved past his life. He's not in his prime time like he was before. Like I mentioned, that's why he's not making music. Like I already mentioned. Well, she may still the things. Janet Jackson might still be present, but she still has the confidence. Again, like people should just should not assume again, because I guarantee you they just like thinking that she's struggling, but reality she just trying to move past this again. She knows that it sucks, but she knows that now that's what she realized that's what she's gotten herself into when she being a celebrity, when being popular, because those are the effects that'll come near you, that will affect you, that you're gonna have to encounter, that you will encounter. But at the end of the day, she realizes she needs ways of countering, and then by countering it is not say anything. That's what she told Justin Timberlake and others to keep silent about, and then just all that matters. If people keep silent, they think about other stuff, and people forget. Again, she'll be herself, and maybe she'll make a comeback doing better music, and then she won't have to like feel all stressed out. Again, it's all for her sake. Let her decide for herself. And again, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to check for upcoming content. Be sure to check your notifications. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.